We should get a second.
Okay.
Try.
So when she goes live over there.
Yeah. So when this pops up, review preview.
There we go.
Fetching.
Good.
It's your live.
There we go.
Look,
So now I hit go live.
see, like you can you see Matt Roberts in there?
No.
There we go. I saw myself for a second and I don't see myself anymore.
You should be
Live. You're live on Facebook.
Are we? Okay, great. Hey, can I start now?
Yeah.
Okay. We're just making sure. Hey everybody, Adrian Fuentes, your Maricopa County Recorder. We are going through a very important exercise right now for the CD8 special primary election. Now, we all know that Congressman Franks resigned from Congress, and so we have an opening there. We've got to run an election, a special election. The primary is February 27th, and the general election will be in April. But today is your last day to register for that primary. And so one of the things that we're doing to get all of this stuff ready is that we're doing a logic and accuracy test. So we've got a whole bunch of folks over here from the Secretary of State's office who are going through voting machine by voting machine for our edge machines. Now we've got one of these in every one of our polling places, and these are to comply with the Americans with Disabilities Act. As most of you know, we're going to be doing ballot on demand printing of paper ballots for the vast majority of printers. But for folks that need to use this technology, these folks are making ready that all of these pieces of equipment are good to go. They will be locked down. We've got officials from the Secretary of State's office taking care of this, as they do before every election. So that's the first thing. Second thing, again, today, the 29th of January, is the last day to register to vote for that primary election. So make sure that you get registered. ServiceArizona.com is the place to go, or you can go to maricopa.vote. That's our website, maricopa.vote, and we'll link you over to it. It's a little easier to remember, I think, to do that. What was the other thing I needed to talk about?
why primaries matter.
Why primaries matter?
Oh, why primaries matter. Sometimes I forget these things because they're so simple, and we all understand the simple things so well that we forget them sometimes. You know, at the end of the day, the important thing about our democracy is our power to send representatives forward. And one of the things that we have that does not exist in a lot of states is an open primary. So non-party designated voters or independents can order a ballot, and they can vote either on the Republican side, where there are 12 candidates, or they can vote on the Democrat side, where there are 2 candidates for this congressional district. Now those winners are going to end up in the general election in April. But at the end of the day, the why question continues to come up. Why should I vote? Why is it important? Well, you know, these are the folks who are going to decide where your taxes get spent. These are the folks who are going to decide whether or not your particular portion of the population gets paid attention to. These are the people who make those decisions that we all end up complaining about, and so this is how you can hold them accountable to you. Now, I got elected, I'm accountable to you. Whether or not you voted for me, I'm still accountable to you. But the fact of the matter is, I'm accountable to all voters in Maricopa County and the entire county because I was elected. So you need to exercise your power over elected officials, over politicians, which is important. You know, and the more of you that get out there and vote, the more of you that get out there and participate, the healthier our democracy becomes. And that's why it's important. You know, it doesn't take very much time. You can sign up and get your ballot in the mail. Go to maricopa.vote to figure that out. You get your ballot, you fill it out. It's pretty easy. There's not a lot of choices in this one. We're only looking for one congressperson, either one of the 2 Democrats or one of the 12 Republicans. The primary boils it down to 2, and then we're going to move forward from there. So again, today, January 29th, is the last day to register to vote for the special primary, and the special general is going to back it up. And I'm getting a question from inside the room.
So if you have to pick a ballot, how do you do that?
Well, if you have to pick a ballot, in other words, if you're an independent voter and you want to vote in the primary, you contact our office. There's a couple ways to do that. You can either call 602-506-1511, and we'll direct you to the right place. You can send us an old-fashioned piece of mail over to our address that you can find at maricopa.vote, which is the other way to do that. And when you make those requests, we will definitely send those out. Now, we will also be sending a postcard out to all non-party designated voters. That postcard is going to say, on the backside, you'll be able to fill it out to say which party you want to vote for. So if you're an independent, you will be able to vote in this primary, which you don't in the presidential, but that's different. In this primary, independent voters can pick. You either vote with the Republicans or you vote with the Democrats. That's your choice. Now, interestingly, there are also write-ins on the Green side, and we've got write-in candidates for the Libertarians as well. And so you got a lot of choices to make. But usually it's one of those other two parties. So there's 12 choices for the Republicans, 2 choices for the Democrats, and all you folks in the middle, no party designated, you get to pick which one you want to go with. So, and today's the last day to register, so make sure you do that. Do we have any other questions?
I just want to know how hard these people are working back here.
They're working pretty hard, and here's the thing. We've got an election set up inside of these machines, and they're going through and they're making selections off of individually prepared pieces of paper, and we're going to make sure that all of this stuff gets counted according to what the test says. And again, we work hand in glove with the Secretary of State's office. You can see a couple folks from their office right there. I see Garrett, I see Janine, I see Matt. And you know, they're working hard with our folks to make sure that this goes through well. So again, real quick, you've got a primary election coming in CD8. That's some parts of Glendale, Peoria, Sun City, Surprise, down into El Mirage, a little bit of Litchfield Park, around Luke Air Force Base, CD8. And then you've got the general for that coming up in April. So February 27th is your special primary election for CD8. Register to vote by the end of the day today. Go to maricopa.vote for any details. Yeah, by midnight. Yep. Anything else? I think that's it. Thanks very much. I'm Adrian Fuentes, Maricopa County Recorder. We'll see you.